Hey the YouTubers, Tom here from Tom's Test Kitchen, and my wife asked me to make some bourbon balls for her to take to work tomorrow for their kind of like a little Christmas holiday thing. So they wanted to see how to make them too, so I figured I'd go ahead and shoot this. But I've already done a video on the bourbon ball cake, so this is very similar. So I've got vanilla wafers that I'm going to crush up. I've got some cocoa powder, some powdered sugar, some pecans. And I found these. This is kind of what I was looking for before, because these are pecans for cookie pieces. It says cookie pieces. They're a lot more fine, and these will be perfect for bourbon balls. And I've got some light Karo syrup, and of course bourbon. So let's get to making these things. Okay, as before, I'm going to start out by crushing the vanilla wafers in the bag, and then add them to a food processor. Just want to break them up initially, it would be easier to process them. Done one pack of cookies, so this is the second pack. So that's two 10-ounce packages of vanilla wafers. Okay, let's continue on with the dry ingredients. First go the dry ingredients. So I've got my two 10-ounce containers of vanilla wafers crushed up, processed. I got 2 cups of powdered sugar. Got, how much is that? A half a cup of unsweetened cocoa. And a cup of those pecan pieces for cookies. Yeah, they're perfect. That's what I'm looking for there. So let's just mix this all up. I hope the folks at Costco enjoy these bourbon balls, because it looks like there's going to be a lot of them. So when I made the cake, I compressed it all into a bundt pan, and it made quite a bit. But this is going to make quite a few balls, bourbon balls. Okay, so I'm just going to finish combining the dry ingredients, and then we'll get on to adding the wet. All the dry ingredients are combined now. So let's add our wet ones. We're going to start with a half a cup of good Kentucky bourbon. Along with a quarter cup of the Karo syrup. Come on. And then we're just going to mix this until it all comes together. Okay, meet me back here when I've got this all combined. Oh boy, it smells good already. Now here's where it differs from the bourbon ball cake that I made. Now I'm going to actually make bourbon balls. I've got one of these ballers for making cookies. I got that at Pampered Chef. So you just want to get about that much, and then roll it into a ball, hence bourbon balls. And then dredge in powdered sugar, and then set on a baking sheet that's been lined with some wax paper. Let's do a couple more. We can make meatballs. Roll around in some powdered sugar. One more. Yeah, it's gonna make a lot of bourbon balls. Squeeze and roll. And then dredge. It's that simple, folks. Okay, I'm going to continue on making these, so stay tuned. Bourbon balls are finished. I just need to refrigerate these for about 30 minutes for them to set up really good, and then I'll take a test and see how I did. Ended up making 40 bourbon balls with this recipe, so that's quite a few bourbon balls. So come back, stick with me, and we'll do a taste test and see how I did. Bourbon balls have been in the fridge for 30 minutes and they've set up nicely, so let's give it a try. Give one a try here. Get a napkin, I don't want to get powdered sugar all over the floor. Mmm. Really good. Just the right amount of bourbon. I love that unsweetened chocolate. That's actually a dark chocolate that I use. Mm. So I'm just going to put these in this tin for my wife to take to work. I think they're going to like it. Well, there you have it, YouTubers. Kentucky bourbon balls. They're so easy.